free and the brave, where everyone is equal under God and has personal rights and freedoms. Every tear and drop of blood shed for this country has created it. This is a country where women are equal to men. Every ethnicity is equal to each other, and immigrants are equal to natural-born citizens. As a wonderful country as this is, why are we crippling our youth? I have attended both a parochial school with uniforms and a public school with a free dress code. I know from personal experience the negative effects of school uniforms and how it impacts its students. Although schools have uniforms that are hoping to keep everyone equal, they are really hurting their students more than helping them. Today, we're going to explore the cost of school uniforms, the effects of squashing individuality, the impracticality of school uniforms, and a simple step-by-step process to solve this problem. I can hopefully get this disturbing news across to you and inform you and have you inform others, and hopefully start to take the steps necessary to change the school dress code in your school or in your son or daughter's school. These children are my future, are your future. Don't they deserve to be educated in the best way possible? Although school uniforms look professional, professionalism doesn't come cheap. I went to a private school, and the first thing that I did, and many other elementary kids that I knew did, was take off their school uniform and change into street clothes. When I went to a parochial school, I had twice as many clothes as when I in a public school. But when I switched to a public school, I didn't have to wear 2 sets of clothes a day. My parents spent less money on clothes and less time washing and mending the clothes that I wore each day. In addition, lots of children didn't wear their uniforms outside of school because they felt isolated and kind of weird around other students that didn't go to that school. According to Grace Chen in her article, Public School Uniforms, published April 23rd of 2008, there is a double cost of both uniforms and a casual wardrobe. Now, an important issue about buying school uniforms is the cost. Dress uniforms are usually school uniforms have dress clothes that are more expensive than regular street clothes. And with our economy today, it's easier not to spend extra money and use the money that is spent on the uniforms other places. It all adds up after a while, and it costs people a great sum of money. Also, the individuality doesn't happen when people wear school uniforms. While many school districts believe that they are protecting their students by implementing mandatory school uniforms, they are really crushing each student's individuality. Some school districts believe that having school uniforms will put every student on the same level playing field. And in some cases, this does happen. This is the case. But in others, this isn't. According to Dr. Heifer, senior psychologist in Brooklyn, New York, quoted in Newsweek, July 15th of 2010 says, quote, "By instituting a uniform policy, schools are taking away children's individuality. Schools need to decide if that sacrifice is worth making." End quote. He also is quoted later in the article saying, quote, "Clothes are a source of inspiration for children. As children become older, they become increasingly resentful of uniforms." End quote. Dr. Kiefer goes along to say later in his article that school uniforms are also a possible factor in the U.S. creativity crisis. Quote, "Since the 1990s, creativity scores for children K through 6 have steadily trickled downward, and there is no sign that these scores will be soon reversed. Over time, this adds up, and since non-creative youth rarely grow up to become creative adults." End quote. Children look to style and individuality when looking for creativity or inspiration. Now that we've looked for a possible cause for the creativity crisis and some negative psychiatric effects, let us now move into the most important reason for not having school uniforms: impracticality. School uniforms are impractical for the life of school students. The size of uniforms is a big issue with this. Obesity is on the rise in America, and children come in all shapes and sizes now. Bigger kids need bigger uniforms, and sometimes it's hard to find the sizes that they need. And they have to wear these clothes 5 days a week. And if they're wearing clothes that are too small for them, but they have to wear, they feel uncomfortable 5 days a week, and their confidence is now lowered. Also, uniforms make it hard to participate in make activities hard to participate in. Skirts, light-colored clothes, and clothes that hang from the body, like jackets, are sometimes required in the school uniform, but they are not sensible for classes like FCS classes when they cook, recess, or vocational education. In this case, the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution can be violated. Religious or personal beliefs can conflict with school dress code. Although schools can work out an agreement with these individuals, now the individuals look different from everyone else and can be a source for being bullied, and because they look different from everyone else. According to Leanna Tanner, in her article, Facts on School Uniforms, published March 31st, 2011. Uniforms may not necessarily stop bullying or other violence. Though the same clothes can help equalize appearance, this will not stop some students from finding other ways from singling out other people. Now that we've explored several negative effects of uniforms, now it is time to explore how to fix this problem. What do you do to fix the problem of school uniforms? Well, it doesn't have to be big. Start small, because it can always grow bigger. First, start by talking to your friends, family, parents, students. It helps to get them on your side first. Then you will have people to back you up. Then this chain will continue on. They will talk to their friends, families, students, and etc. Then gather a small group together to talk to school administrators and or the principal to talk about how you feel about your school's dress code and what you can feel you could do for this problem to be addressed. You can start small by adding jean days as rewards, days where they don't have to wear their school uniform. They can wear what they want. Give it as a reward for having a class total of most people in school that day, or that month, or year, etc. Then slowly add more jean days for more events. But always keep talking to your school administrators and principal about this issue. Then go bigger. If this doesn't work out, don't be discouraged. The fire is now lit, and the younger generation can pick up from right there. Today, we've explored the cost of school uniforms, the effects of squashing individuality, the impracticality of school uniforms, and a step-by-step solution to solve this problem. Millions of people have laid down their lives in order to ensure the freedom, rights, and sense of security of people in this country. Why then are we stripping the basic, fundamental things from our youth? Elementary, middle school, and high school students should not be forced to wear school uniforms. Doing so will cause a financial burn on their families, squeeze individuality from each person, and cause impractical problems. People believe that making everyone look the same will be beneficial to the school. But in reality, the creativity and freedom of today's youth is being crushed.